3 months prior, got a text saying I found a girl and you should wife her. Took one look, said, man, you know, I think I like her. Took one look, said, man, you know, I think I'd like to. The day before it, I called to ask you out, but found out you ignored it. Called me back, thank God that you could meet on such short notice. We didn't even know it, but we grew up hearing about love, and now we live it. You may not be perfect, but you're perfect for me. Thank God he gave me so much more than I could pray for. He's writing every page, and there's the flowers and these rings, and the most beautiful bride I've ever seen. October 16th, the day you marry me.
You are the most joyful woman I know. I promise to never let the light in your eyes burn out. Our marriage is a partnership. I promise that in all things, we will be a team. Our marriage will be a refuge for us both. I promise that I will protect you and always be here for you and be your safe place. I promise that I will always be here to be strong for you when you're weak. And I promise that as I love, I will allow myself to be loved. God sits at the center of our relationship. I promise to love you as an imperfect representation of how Christ perfectly loves the church. Though second to our relationship with God, our marriage will come before all else. I promise that I will be a husband before I'm a musician, a songwriter, or a pun teller. And I promise to choose you before any other person in my life, now and forever, as long as we both shall live.
Today, it holds promises and proof of his goodness. These are my promises to you. Caleb, I promise to never stop seeking to understand the weight of what God did when he sacrificed his son, Jesus. I can only reflect God's love when I'm filled with it, so I promise to fill myself with it daily. I promise to fight for you. He brought out the handkerchief, yes. I promise to fight for you when you feel like the fight isn't worth it. Stand by you when you feel like no one else will, and hold your arms up when you can't find a hallelujah. I promise to have the patience that love demands, to speak when words are needed, and to share in silence when they're not. Caleb, when you can't hear the music, I promise to remind you of the heavenly melodies God gifted you with. And I promise to love you without hesitation, to choose you daily, to honor you, to serve you, and to follow you as you follow Jesus. You're it forever, I know. These are my promises to you and God for eternity.
don't care anywhere. Like a river connects to the ocean, this pavement touches wherever we're going. White lines flying by, who knows what we'll find. You and me tonight. Drive. Remember when we were young and free, all the way it used to be. Tell me, can we go back? It's 3.2 from the driveway of my house to your apartment where I am waiting now. Like a river.
On the man that she's literally been dreaming of since she's been a teenager. I mean, seriously, he can dance, play instruments, sing, and most of all, he is in love with Jesus. When I first met Caleb, I was super observant. I saw how he jumped in the freezing pool, took off on my dirt bike, and hopped right on the horses. I definitely put him through the sister approval test. I knew he was different and special when I saw him calm Morgan down when she had anxiety or doubt. I watched how he loved her and he gave her words of encouragement. Caleb has loved our family like his own since the first day we met him. Caleb and Morgan, my advice to you is to be yourself throughout the marriage and always find ways that will bring you back to how you first felt when you knew you loved each other. Caleb, welcome to the family. I'm glad Morgan found her person, and I am proud to call you my brother-in-law. I love you both, and I wish you the best.
Caleb, or as I like to call you, the cream of creams, the cream machine, cream bean casserole, the cream. Seriously, it's an honor to be with you tonight. Caleb and I met our sophomore year at Belmont University, and it's hard to believe that that's been 7 years ago already that we met. And I knew very soon after meeting him that he is one of the most genuine, humble, intentional, Christ-seeking people I'd ever met. And it was when I figured out his sense of dad jokes and puns that I knew we would have a lifetime of friendship. And coming in second place to my wife, Hannah, you really are my best friend.
We're holding